I recently learned about the flylady cleaning method, which is a routine that involves daily, weekly, and monthly tasks to keep on top of your household. I found this routine on TikTok from Rosa Picosa. She's this beautiful, witty mom. Highly recommend you go follow her. The flylady cleaning method seems to have been working out famously for her, and I feel like for me, as someone who doesn't really have routines, I'm not a very regimented person, but I probably should be, because that's probably why my house got so out of control, hence why you have seen millions of decluttering videos on my channel. Anyways, I want to try to get a little bit more routine in my life, so I thought I would try out this flylady cleaning method for today and see how I like it. I am going to complete all of her daily tasks, and then because it is Monday today, I am also going to do what she calls a weekly home blessing. Flylady has quite a list for her daily tasks, so it looks overwhelming at first. I almost scrapped this whole day because it looked like such a long list, but upon further review, many of the tasks are actually pretty basic, like brushing your teeth and getting ready, drinking water, and then there are some things that I know I should do, and I just always find an excuse not to do it, but maybe having it in my routine will force me to do it, and that is simple things like getting 15 minutes of exercise in a day. But here is the daily routine laid out morning, afternoon, and night, and let's get started on the morning tasks. I've already brushed my teeth and gotten ready for the day, even down to my shoes. She wants you to get ready all the way down to your shoes, which is a big Asian no-no to wear shoes in your house. It is going against everything I have been taught growing up, but I actually specifically have these boots for indoor use anyways because my toes are always freezing cold. So don't worry, Mom, these shoes have not been worn outside the house. They are indoor shoes, equivalent to slippers. Anyways, let's get on to this morning routine, starting off with making my bed. I never make my bed, so this is already improving my life, forcing me to do this. I don't sleep with a pillow, so that's why there's no pillow here. I do, however, sleep with a weighted blanket over me. Okay, that literally took less than a minute, so I think I can add that into my routine. Next daily routine task is the swish and swipe, which is essentially just wiping down the counters in your bathroom and then also cleaning the toilet. Now, because this is a daily task, I'm not going to do this in every single bathroom in my house today, but I'm just selecting one bathroom, which is my kids' bathroom today, and I'm just gonna wipe it down, clean the toilet, and then tomorrow, if I decide to continue this routine, I can choose another bathroom and then another bathroom and then so on and so forth. You cycle your bathrooms. I just have these antibacterial wipes to make it easy, and let's wipe it down. Now, next thing in the morning routines is eating breakfast. I don't actually eat breakfast. I practice intermittent fasting. I do the 16-8 rule. So I don't eat for 16 hours of the day, and then I have an 8-hour window to eat, which is generally 12 to 8. So I have lunch, snacks, dinner, and then I don't eat breakfast the next morning, basically. But intermittent fasting personally makes me feel a lot better. I'm always much more energized in the morning now that I've gotten used to it. So I'm not going to eat breakfast because then I would just want to take a nap. Next daily task is emptying your dishwasher. Now, I already emptied my dishwasher this morning while my kids were eating breakfast, so maybe instead I'll just load the dishwasher with all the dishes and crap from breakfast. Next thing on the docket was supposed to be starting a load of laundry, but it turns out that I actually forgot about a load of laundry last night, and it has been sitting all wet in this washing machine since yesterday. So actually, I'm not putting in a new load per se, but I still am starting a load of laundry that needs to be washed or re-washed. This is why I need a routine, so that I don't forget about loads of laundry in the wash. Next on the list is checking your calendar, and oh look, I have nothing going on in my life, so that task was done really quick. And that was everything in our morning routine to be completed. Actually quite easy. Since we are done with our morning routine now, we will move to the weekly task of the day, which since today is Monday, is the weekly home blessing. The weekly home blessing is a set of 7 tasks to be completed in 10 minutes each. So I'm gonna bring a timer around with me and complete each of these 7 tasks, and when I hit the 10-minute mark, I am done. It doesn't matter if I'm not completely done with the task yet. yet. According to flylady, anything is better than nothing. Housework done incorrectly will still bless your family. It may not be done the way your mama taught you, but it will be done. And let's go change the sheets on my boy's bed. I already just changed the sheets on my bed, so just the kids' beds for now. flylady wants us to complete 1 load of laundry a day, but just between all these beds, this is already multiple loads of laundry. This is the massive pile of sheets and blankets that need to be cleaned. I don't have a sheet to put on the bed to make it in these 2 beds because I don't have spare sheets all over my house. Can I even carry this all down in one run? Oh wow, actually I can. Okay, I couldn't carry it the whole way. I almost died going down these stairs. The next thing we're going to do for 10 minutes is dusting. So I'm going to reset this timer once again and get to dusting. I'm using my handy dandy Swiffer duster for this. This is the extra long one that stretches out 6 feet so that you can get pretty much anywhere and everywhere in your house. Honest poll in the comments, I want to know how many of y'all are dusting on a weekly basis? And if not weekly, how many of y'all are dusting on a monthly basis? Because I don't feel like I dust on a monthly basis. When I do, there's so much dust, as you will see later on in this video. This is one of the reasons why I like this duster. I don't have to get up on a stool or anything, and it just reaches the ceiling fans in my house. This is picking up a lot from the vents. Maybe I need to focus on vents. I finished off the 10 minutes cleaning off every single vent throughout my house, and I'm glad I focused my time on that because that seemed to be where 99.9% of dust particles were hanging out. The next task to complete is cleaning windows and doors. I got my spray away glass cleaner, some microfiber cloths, and my Swiffer mop head to get this done. Let's go. Lighting got kind of weird here, but you get the gist. I'm using my absolute favorite hack to clean the windows right now, which is just attaching my microfiber cloth to my Swiffer mop head and using that to squeegee out the windows and all the hard to reach places without having to use a ladder because I am only 5'4". Makes cleaning windows so fast. However, in 10 minutes, that's still not enough time to clean every single window and mirror, plus all the doors in my house, so I'm just getting as much done as I possibly can. Having a set time limit and absolutely not allowing yourself to work overtime is kind of a beautiful thing because it allows you to be okay with mediocrity, for lack of a better word, but sometimes living in mediocrity is the best because no one can be perfect, so why even strive for that? Because you're just going to drive yourself crazy. And I just heard the buzzer. We are breezing through this weekly home blessing. I'm actually liking it. 3 out of 7 of the tasks done. Next, we are moving it to 10 minutes of vacuuming. I'm going to have my RoboVac do the vacuuming for me downstairs, and then I'm going to focus on the upstairs carpeting. Normally when I vacuum, I am moving furniture, stuffed animal toys, everything around so that I can ensure that I get every square inch of carpeting vacuumed and cleaned. But today, that will not be the case, as you probably assumed, because I only have the 10-minute time limit, as I have said for the 1000th time, so nothing will get moved. I'm just vacuuming, and I'm happy that I am getting the high traffic areas that foot traffic is going over all the time. The little timer went off, so even though I only got half the upstairs vacuumed, at least I got half done, and I have the RoboVac doing the whole downstairs for me. Even though I only did half of the upstairs, still such a success because look at all the gunk I got off of the floor. Don't mind the vacuum in the background. The next thing on the weekly home blessing to-do list is to empty out the trash cans throughout the house. So let me set the timer once again. We got 10 minutes to get this done. I just emptied this one out pretty much this morning. It's just full of the vacuum crud, so I'm gonna use this to empty out trash cans upstairs. You know from the start that nothing's gonna break my love for you, babe. You can't keep me far away. one of these days I need to commit to actually taking all my trash cans outside, probably once it's warm out, and then I need to like legit spray down the inside of my trash cans well, so that they can all look brand new again, because right now they're looking dingy and nasty. I was able to empty all the garbages in just under 10 minutes. Now we are to the next task, which is purge magazines. Now, I don't really have lots of magazines, so I'm taking this as purge and go through my mail, because I have massive piles of mail that I need to either organize or throw away, or hopefully I'm not missing any bills. So much mail and documents to go through here. I am going to set my timer for 10 minutes as I am supposed to, but I'm going to purge this off screen because I obviously don't want personal information and bills for everyone to see on the internet. I just worked through that entire pile in 9 minutes, which makes me feel really stupid for letting it just sit there and pile up for so long, because it really didn't take that long to get through. And then I think we're on the last thing in the weekly home blessing before we move to our monthly zone task to-dos is 10 minutes of mopping, so let's get to that. I normally mop with my O-Cedar spin mop, but because we only have 10 minutes to complete this task, I don't want to spend 20 to 30% of the time just getting all my materials and the mopping bucket ready. So I am just going to use this Swiffer XL wet mop. You can't keep me far away for too long. There's no need to pretend that you don't when you do. Feel like it's kind of dried out. I need a second one of these. Got just over 5 minutes left here. With that time, I am going to focus on as many of the bathroom spaces as I can. Unfortunately, I did not have time to vacuum this space before mopping it, which I would normally do. But according to flylady, the whole better done than perfect thing. All things considered, it's looking pretty good. I'll let that dry, then I'll put those rugs back down. Let's see. Oh, I still have 2 minutes. I'm gonna go upstairs and I'm going to mop the upstairs bathroom. Woo! All the dirty bathroom muck is on this. And I am out of time. But really, even though I didn't like strive for the perfection I normally do in cleaning, like I have 3 clean looking bathrooms now. Whew, all right, we completed the weekly home blessing. I'm a little sweaty right now because I really was rushing. Knowing I only had 10 minutes per task, I was racing around my house getting as much done as I could. Does my house look perfect right now? No. But considering I only spent a total of 1 hour and 10 minutes completing the weekly home blessing, my house looks so good. I really do think the timer is key for me. I'm like a child. The moment I know I have a time limit or something, or you know what? It might be my ADHD actually. When I am in procrastination mode, or I know I only have a very limited time left to do something, I have motivation that just comes out of nowhere and I can get anything done so fast. But the moment I feel like I have all day or all week to get something done, my motivation just flies out the window. So I really do like the timer. I think I'm going to use that just in general in my life now. Anyways, the weekly home blessing, I feel like was overall a great success. And now we are going to move on to our afternoon daily task. The first afternoon task is pondering what is for dinner. I mean, it makes sense to think of this in the afternoon instead of at 5 o'clock, which is generally when I think of when to make dinner. And at that point, it's like, all we have time for are frozen chicken nuggets or frozen pizza. So thinking about this right now, let's move to the sponsor of today's video. Today's sponsor is HelloFresh. Almost all this packaging here is made from recyclable and or already recycled content. This week I got beef and cheese tostadas, sweet chili pork bowls, and balsamic chicken for my meals. The recipe I am going to be making tonight are these beef and cheese tostadas. With HelloFresh, you get mouth-watering seasonal recipes and fresh pre-measured ingredients delivered right to your door. It's delicious, but also easy enough for me, a novice cooker, to figure out. Coming up with meal options and ingredients for everyone, for every meal, for every day of our lives gets to be a lot. So having a few HelloFresh meals sprinkled in through the week is super helpful. With HelloFresh, you can get dinner on the table in just about 30 minutes or even 20 minutes with their quick and easy options. And you can increase HelloFresh servings so that you can use leftovers for lunches, which is actually what I'm doing tonight because my husband is out of town. So this is dinner for tonight and lunch tomorrow. You get everything you need with pre-portioned ingredients, which means you don't overbuy and there's less waste. Preparing it takes so little brain power that you can watch TV while you cook it and not worry about screwing something up. Click the link in the description below or go to HelloFresh.com and use code ZIMMY16 for up to 16 free meals and 3 surprise gifts. Super easy dinner option while my husband is out of town, and we have a whole half left over to use at lunch tomorrow. Does not take a rocket scientist to make this, which is great because I am not a rocket scientist. Go to HelloFresh.com and use code ZIMMY16 for up to 16 free meals and 3 surprise gifts. Next on the docket is drink water. You know what? Being that I am so sweaty, that's a good reminder. Very rare and maybe the only appearance my husband has ever and will ever make on my channel. Drank my water, check. Okay, next 2 things on the afternoon task list. We are going to swap out and reboot the laundry and then declutter for 15 minutes. My laundry room is ridiculously packed right now because of all the bedding and sheets I have to clean. Swapped out and rebooted the laundry here. flylady wants us to do at least 1 load of laundry a day to stay on top of it. I'll give myself props. I do a load of laundry a day at least. Do I forget it in the washer sometimes overnight and I have to redo a wash? Yes, but I still get at least 1 done a day. Moving on to decluttering, I decided to declutter my kitchen since that is where I spend a vast majority of my time. Plus there was a lot of rotting fruit in our fruit bowl, so I needed to address that. Then most of it was taking care of the visual clutter laying on all the counters of my kitchen. I've gotten pretty particular about visual clutter in my kitchen since that's where I spend the majority of my time. So I have homes for everything in the cabinets underneath and I just stowed everything away. Then I moved over to what the realtor of this home called the butler's pantry. No butlers in this house except for me, so I am addressing this and cleaning my little butler space. This is all fall decor. Definitely needs to be stored. A lot of the clutter that was downstairs belongs upstairs, so I'm using this basket to carry it all up and take it around to put away. This room is such a mess, so I think I'm gonna take some of the decluttering time in here. I have a few things to put away in here from other parts of the house. With the last of my decluttering time, I am addressing what is turned into a junk drawer in my boys' bathroom. Over half of this is truly junk and now just getting in the way of me finding useful items. The alarm went off, I got 1 little bag decluttered, and then a lot of stuff decluttered from areas it's not supposed to go to and put away where it's supposed to go to. Last daily afternoon task is 15 minutes of exercise. So it's real cold out today, but I don't have any exercise equipment in my house, so I'm just gonna go for a brisk 15-minute walk. I wanted to check in with my thoughts so far on the flylady cleaning method. So far, so good. I feel like I've gotten an insane amount done already today, and it's been a little bit less than 2 hours since I started. But yes, let me know your thoughts so far in the comments down below, and when I'm done with my walk, we are going to get to the monthly task. But before we get to the monthly tasks, I need to finish the first load of laundry that I started this morning and put it all away.
There's no need to pretend that you don't when you do. I really want to know, so throw me a sign and show me you do.
Now that we have completed the daily afternoon tasks, let's move to the monthly tasks, which flylady calls zone cleaning. She has 5 zones to clean, and today, as I am filming this, it is January 24th. So on the 24th, the zone to focus on is the living room, den, and family room. And on her whole list of zone cleaning, I don't see home office, but I'm assuming home office and den are pretty much the same thing. So I'm adding home office to today's list. When you first start decluttering, cleaning, and organizing your zones, you are encouraged first to declutter, because according to flylady, you cannot clean a cluttered space. This area, my home in general, as y'all know, is pretty cluttered. So I'm going to focus my 15 minutes on this zone today to decluttering. I'll keep my antibacterial wipes close by, because if I end up decluttering an entire space, I'll give it a quick wipe down as well. I have a bag here for what I'm decluttering, and then a bag here for general trash.
You can't keep me far away for long. You can't keep me far. You can't keep me far. You can't keep me far away for too long. You can't keep me far. You can't keep me far. Please don't keep me far away for too.
15 minutes still is not up, but I like that I can kind of really plan things out right here and have it be easily visible at all times while I get my work done right here. Quickest vacuuming ever, but my office/den looks so clean. I'm so happy in 15 minutes. Now, I realized that in 15 minutes, I was not able to complete the office/den, family room, and living room. I only completed just my office, but the zone cleaning is supposed to take place for 15 minutes a day over a series of days. So being that today is the 24th, for the next 5-ish days, I'm supposed to be focusing on this same zone. So tomorrow I could do the living room, the next day I could do the family room, and then the day after that I could do deep cleaning of those spaces. Yes, even though I didn't get everything done in 15 minutes, I got a lot done in 15 minutes, and we can revisit this zone tomorrow. We are now to our daily night routine. The daily nighttime routine consists of checking your calendar again, seeing if anything is going on, what should be prepped for tomorrow. Next, you want to lay out your clothes for the next day. All right, picking out my outfit for tomorrow. We're gonna go with a hoodie and leggings, like most days. We'll do this blue on blue underneath. What leggings do I want? Blue hoodie with black leggings. There we go. I'm gonna hang it up there, and it's ready to go for me tomorrow. The next thing on the evening routine to get done, she calls shining your sink. Now, technically, shining your sink, according to flylady, isn't necessarily doing all your dishes, putting it in the dishwasher, getting your dishwasher going, then shining your sink. It is quite literally just shining your sink. So if you're too exhausted from the day to do the dishes in the sink, she actually suggests like getting a bucket or putting it to the side and not doing your dishes, but still shining your sink and cleaning your sink out. I almost feel like sounds like more work. I would rather just get all my dishes done, put it in the dishwasher, get that going for the next day, then shine my sink. But technically, you don't have to do the dishes if you do not choose to. But I am going to. Next to do, we are getting our launch pad, she calls it, set up for tomorrow. So let's say my boys had to bring a show and tell or something to school, we would put that right next to the door here in our launch pad so that we don't forget it. For me, tomorrow, I have the stuff that I am donating that I've decluttered from today, and then I just have some returns. Tomorrow, I'm doing various returns. Almost done with the evening routine. I am setting my timer for just 2 minutes right now, because right before the end of the day, because we don't have a lot of energy to do any more than the 2 minutes I'm about to do, it's called a hot spot clean. Now, a hot spot, from my understanding, is you go to a place in your home that tends to accumulate clutter, and that is a hot spot. So this area right here is just like a bunch of random crap and clutter. So I'm going to focus 2 minutes right now to cleaning this up as much as possible before we end the night. I'm putting stuff away as I go. It's not dusted. I didn't get to sort through all the paper clutter that I pulled off the top, but I took the time to put away things in their proper place, and it looks a lot better than it did before. Nearly done with the night routine. The only things that are left to do are wash your face and brush your teeth and then go to bed at a decent hour. So I hope you can trust that I will do all those things tonight. Overall, my thoughts on the Fly Lady cleaning method. I know the method and the routine has to be a true routine and done over a longer period of time, but all things considered, from what I can say, day one, doing a weekly home blessing, doing all the Monday things, all the daily routine tasks, I feel like it was a really productive day. What do you guys think? I didn't actually spend that many hours cleaning compared to how much I feel I got done in my home. The Fly Lady cleaning method is a little bit intimidating when you first look at it, but overall, after I laid out the day and what I had to accomplish, I feel like it wasn't that complex in the end. I want to look up some other cleaning methods. If you guys have any suggestions for other cleaning methods, or if you want me to keep going on this one, please let me know in the comments below. In the long run, maybe I'll just come up with my own routine. What works for me? Kind of like what I did with the KonMai method. I took what I liked from Marie Kondo and then added some things that made it more achievable for me. So we'll see. I'm gonna look up lots of different cleaning methods. I may film it, I may not, but overall, I want to come up with something that works for me. So if you enjoyed this video, subscribe, like, and if you want to keep hanging out, click on one of the other videos floating over the screen at this point, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!